Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another exciting episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye Spinach. He's the tranquil dart of Ringside Society, Delaware's greatest American hero. And whenever he goes to Taco Bell, he asks for a cheap burrito because he loves the combination of chicken and beef. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second corner, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Four continents down, two more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about us. You see, we have a special guest tonight. And you know something? When you think of Puerto Rico, you think of many greats such as the Colones, Carlito, and his brother Primo, and his
Yep.
cousin Epico. And of course, we would be very remiss if we did not mention Carlos Colon.
The
And
man, the myth.
you also think of Lince Dorado, Zelina Vega, and La Rosa Negra. But tonight we have a special guest who is one of the most exciting high flyers from Puerto Rico.
The myth.
Everybody, welcome to the show, Yuri Nagi. How you doing tonight, sir?
Woo!
I'm doing very good. Thank you so much. I did not expect that introduction.
Great, great, great. Hey, it's what we do, man. That's how excited we are, man. We just gotta let the people know, how excited we are to have you on here. And first off, it's an honor to have you on. We've seen your matches. I just saw your match with Ty Awesome.
No, thank
I
you.
was like the crowd. So the crowd was actually, I guess they were more on Ty Awesome side because they were saying Yuri sucks.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what you suspect when you're the Green Ranger down there in West Virginia. So,
But in my mind, I was thinking, something. Rob Bass is right now probably cheering on Yuri Nagi because apparently Ty Awesome beat him up a couple years back. So now he's looking at this as,
Yeah, Ty Awesome. He's all whenever he turns heel for one CW, he always beats me up. Some reason, you know what I mean? The guy he helped train me to become ref and all this stuff. But then when it comes on the camera time, he got to turn heel. Oh, where's Rob at? I'm gonna beat him up.
yeah, man. Yeah. I definitely I feel Rob was cheering you on in that match. So we got to ask you. I normally ask like 99% of our guests that are on this show just to give the fans introduction, or our not fans but our viewers and listeners an introduction. How did it all start for Yuri Nagi? How did your love for professional wrestling start? What was the match or the pay-per-view, or they call, or as the young folk call it now, the PLE? What was the match that started it all for you?
well, a lot of people are gonna be surprised on this, but I started watching wrestling when Eddie passed. But that's when I seriously started going through and watching all wrestling to catch up to see who was Eddie and all this. And that's where I fell in love trying to go back and watch the documentaries about him. And from there, I started going through loving anything with Mexican culture, with mask, luchadors like Rey Mysterio, Rey Phoenix, and Pentagon.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I know you witnessed a rich history right there because Rey Mysterio, Pentagon, Ray Phoenix, who
Yes.
I'm not going to get into the politics, because I know right now there's some
Yeah.
back and forth with him in AEW, but I'm hoping that if we don't get to see him on AEW TV again, that hopefully we get to see him on WWE TV very soon. That would be very great.
I agree. It would be nice to see the Lucha Brothers on WWE.
Oh yeah, definitely. Um, wow, that's cool. So, what was your favorite like luchador match like of all time that you could watch over and over again?
Lucha, it has to be Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, Halloween Havoc.
Oh, the one where he had on like the question mark
The purple,
attire.
yep, the purple gear.
Oh, that's a classic. You, sir, you are very cultured.
Thank you.
That's because there's people that there's ring gear, there's ring gear, and then there's ring gear that's like the highlight of the night, and
Hmm.
then there's ring gear that just stands out like through the test of time. Like you will always remember, you know, that ring gear and
Yes,
from that event and so on, and that gear that Ray wore definitely, is one for the record. Is one to remember.
definitely want to remember. That's I could sit down and watch that match 100 times and not get bored of it.
Oh yeah. So now that you're cheering on your favorites. By the way, did you ever get to meet Rey Mysterio, Pento, or Ray Phoenix, or any of those wrestlers you mentioned?
As a
Obviously
fan,
you started. Sorry, my bad.
yes, I was there. I used to pay for the meet and greets. I used to do all that. As somewhere in here, I definitely have an old orange Rey Mysterio mask.
Awesome. That's cool. That's cool. So now that you're going to the events, you're cheering on your favorites, you're booing the bad guys, you're supporting, you're going to the meet and greets, and meeting your idols and your inspirations. How did your journey now go from Yuri Nagi wrestling fan to Yuri Nagi um professional wrestler?
Well, with that,
Correction. One of the most exciting high flyers, in pro wrestling.
it started with more as when I was a fan. I used to go with two people all the time to every show around my area. And when one of them unfortunately passed away, his last few words he had to me was, "Follow my dreams, and I believe you can make it." And from since then, I pushed to my limit and never giving up, where I could make it to the E and show him and show everyone that didn't believe in me. It's like, hey, look, I did what he believed I could do.
That's awesome. First off, I'm sorry for your loss.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm glad that you actually, you're not giving up. I, me honestly, I think you have a lot of talent, Yuri. I think yeah, and I'm not just saying this because you're in front of me. You're on our show. When I saw your matches, this guy's gonna go for it. I could see you, if not WWE, because I know if I see you make a W, I'm probably gonna scream. I'm probably gonna sound like Michael Jackson in a horror film. God, R.I.P. Michael Jackson. But when he hit that, I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna sound like that when I see you on in WWE, whether
Yeah,
it's signed or a one off. I'll be screaming at the top of my lungs, and I'll be like, "Yo, he did it!" And I'll probably call Rob and Kathy. I'm like, "Look who's on right now." Rob knows how I get when I see people from our show get on WWE or AEW. I
yeah,
called him, I texted him, like, bro, I get all excited. So um I could definitely see you doing that. If not WWE, AEW, if not AEW, I could definitely see you, kicking some tail in CMLL, AAA. I could see you going international, New Japan, all that. So I could see you doing that. So,
that's a
you
dream to make
know,
it in Japan.
oh man, I could tell you this. I'll tell you the same thing I always tell every wrestler that wants to go to Japan. If you get that booking, take it with a smile and go. Everything you hear about Japan, right, is
Mhm.
true. The positive things are true. Japan is all that and more. So I guarantee you will have a great time. One thing I'll also say is that make sure you get your Rivera jacket. Rivera's not cutting me a they're not cutting me a check for saying this. And I don't- you know I can definitely say that, but definitely make sure you get your Rivera jacket. Go for the experience too, because it's like when you go there, you look at all the pictures, you could just like see the history and so on. But definitely, make sure you get your Rivera jacket when you go there.
That's a lot of our dreams to make it there and get that jacket to prove like, hey, we earned this.
Yeah, when I had you saw when we had the Brothers Gray on, they actually had the jackets on this. I'm like, yes, they got them. And hopefully next time we see you, we'll see you have it on, that you'll have it on as well too.
I'll have it hanging with my gear.
Awesome, awesome. So, now that you're a wrestler, now that you're a wrestler and everything, you had your match against Ty Awesome, and you like I said, you've been kicking a lot of butt, taking names, so you're hella impressive. Um, who are some who are some wrestlers that you would definitely want to face? In the near future, like who's on your Nagi's list, and you could call anybody because I mean, from WWE, AEW, the Indies. I mean, wrestling's unpredictable. You never know.
100%, I agree. But for me, it will be technically three people in the Indies, and two of them are from a tag team. Is the Brothers Gray and the guy who taught me everything, Sam Adams.
Ooh, the Syndicate. Well, okay. Well, okay.
I want to step in a ring as not just as a protege, as a student, as like I am in the business to show you like did I prove myself to my own master? And
Nice,
the guy
nice.
who taught me a lot of my moves that now people will surprise. A lot of my moves I learned from Salem Gray and Damien Gray.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. I always, in all my years of watching wrestling, I've always said that I've noticed that some of the best rivalries are either like best friends who were tag team partners and they finally like clashed, or student versus teacher. I've always so those are like some of the best, matches I've seen. That's just my opinion. In my opinion.
That's on
Yeah.
my bucket list for this year
So
to go against them.
yeah, hopefully we can get Sam Edwards on here because we didn't when we had the Brothers Gray, we looked at their page and we saw that they were like in a stable. I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
wow, who's the third guy? And they were like, oh, Sam Edwards. Yeah, we gotta try to get him on. He's probably a very busy guy, but hopefully we'll be able to get him on and talk to him. But so if you're going against the syndicate, it's three guys and three intimidating guys that are no joke in the ring. And I was going to ask you this as a later question, but I figured, since those are who you want to face. Who would be your two if in a 6-man tag? Who would be your partners to go up against the syndicate?
I actually have a tag partner is El Magnifico from some Creative Pro.
Oh
We
wow,
are
okay.
we are the Los Hijos de Viento, the sons of the winds.
Oh man, oh geez, Rob, make a note of that. We got to get his man's tag team partner on here, man. Ah, geez. How do we know we had both y'all on the same time?
We technically did not debut as a tag team. The first match we were supposed to have was on PPW that unfortunately got canceled with weather.
Okay,
So we technically didn't full blown debut as a tag team yet, but we agreed to sit down and I'm designing a couple things for us.
okay, awesome, awesome. All right, well, tell your tag team partner we're gonna be looking to have him on here soon. Don't go too far. If he's watching, you hearing this, we coming for you too, brother. But
I'll give him a notice.
yeah, that's all. That's all. So who would be your third guy in that? Because you still got to get a third guy.
Well, if I had to pick a third guy, I'll have to bring back my old partner, Bryce Reedus, if he ever wants to come back to the ring.
Okay, awesome.
If it's not him, it has to be Andy Header.
Okay,
I've talked to him once before, and we have good chemistry.
nice, nice. Well, hopefully we could definitely see that match. The Syndicate versus Yuri Nagi and his two tag team partners. You know, get the way all y'all work is. I know it's gonna be a banger. I just know it. I just know it.
I need my rematch. I lost to I lost to the brothers once already, so I need my rematch.
So Puerto Rico's most exciting one of Puerto Rico's most exciting high flyers. Man, I gotta ask you, man. WB. I think it was last year or the year before. What can you call it? A PPV, a PLE.
Hmm.
I'm dating myself with that. They had a premium live event in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
and you had Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest, and several people got involved with that. You had Zelina Vega, you had Savio Vega who came out as well too. Carlito got involved, and they even mentioned La Rosa Negra
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
Rosa Negra was definitely there.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you, man, like, what was going through your mind seeing this big promotion in Puerto Rico in like that and PLE hasn't been done there in probably like I like to say almost 20. It was almost 20 years at the time. Like, I like to say 18 years. What was
Roughly around
going?
18, 20 years, yes. How
Yeah,
I was feeling, I felt ecstatic. It was my small island where I was born. I was slightly raised there before I came to the States, and all I saw was this big companies finally giving us the respect we earned as like a lot of you guys come from our island and work for your company. And I was happy to see like our biggest names are now being used, and not only that, people are now going to Puerto Rico, not using it as an area of travel. And now they see it. Oh, this is a place WWE could be back one day.
awesome. Honestly, I was very happy for y'all. I'm glad y'all actually got that opportunity, and I know Puerto Rico. Y'all have a pretty good wrestling scene down there.
Yeah,
Uh, we actually had somebody. She was actually our first. I believe she was our first ever not non-English speaking guest. Rob, you remember that interview, right?
yeah,
And yeah, we had her on. I forgot what her name was, Rob. But I'm getting old, Rob. You remember her name?
Not now off the top of my head. I have to go back
Oh,
to my notes, but I know who you're
Roxy
talking about.
Boricua.
Yeah,
Roxy
yeah, yeah.
Boricua. That
Okay,
was
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because I was
Well,
getting ready to say Catalina. I was like, no, but no, she didn't have. She was
okay, Roxy
like
Boricua.
after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Okay,
think she goes by Roxy, but her social media handles one of them is like Roxy Boricua. But we had her on, and when I looked at some matches from like WWC, I'm like, wow, y'all have a great scene down there, man. Like, it's not people probably think of Puerto Rico, they think of Carlito and that's it, or Carlito and the Colognes and that. But when I look at it, I'm like, wow, y'all got a lot of talented people down there, and I was very happy for y'all. I hope that there are more PLEs where that came from.
yes, it definitely was a good thing for them showing up because the government at one point wasn't liking wrestling in Puerto Rico, and they were minimizing our showings, so we will only be able to do one show a month of 50, 45 companies. So
Mhm.
everyone was arguing to get the one location. Now the government's slightly getting lighter about it and letting more than one show a month going on.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully we get you guys get more WWE shows down there, some AEW shows, some TNA shows. Because I always say, man, like it's always a great thing to get that exposure, and you know especially with like AEW, how they like to showcase local talents. That would be a great thing as well too if they could get down there and run a show there as well too.
Definitely. It's
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
although it's definitely needed because there's a lot of amazing talents out there. Like best example, my own coach, Sam Adams. He's from the island 100%. He's a very good wrestler that it took him to leave home to get noticed over here.
Wow. Yeah, wait. I wonder if the WWC actually do you know if they have like a channel or anything? The World Wrestling Council. I know like that's like the main promotion down there. Like,
If I'm right, they normally sometimes play on Telemundo.
oh, okay.
But
I
other than that, I know they're like up and downs doing shows, but it's mostly
mm,
Telemundo will play it randomly.
mm. I'll have to look into that and see. I'll definitely have to look into that. So my last question before I turn it to Rob, I know Rob has a couple of questions as well. He's chomping at the bit. Whenever you're getting ready to do a workout, or getting ready to face your opponent, what are some songs on your playlist that you have to get you into that zone?
Well, for me, my three songs have to be Gasolina from Daddy Yankee, Limbo,
Okay.
Daddy Yankee, and if I have to pick a third one, oof, it's gonna go left field because it's gonna become a very American song. It's what is it called again? Oh man, you got me thinking. Now you got me looking through my phone again. What is this song? It's an older song that was played on Hannah Montana once. That's how
Okay.
throwing my own self under a bus here. Oh man, what is this song called? Ooh. Bless the Broken Road.
Oh, by Rascal Flats.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah. My favorite song from them is "What Hurts the Most," and that Daddy. When you mentioned "Gasolina" by Daddy Yankee,
Mhm.
I remembered buying the Body of Fino album. That was I think the only reggaeton album I ever bought, and that from top to bottom, that was a great. I didn't understand half of what they were saying, but top to bottom, that was a great album. My two favorites are Tu Principe and we seen. I think is it Zion and Dennis were on that song, and then you had Like You.
Yeah.
That was another one that was one of that was my favorite. Yeah, that was a classic album. I remember that.
Yeah, no, Gasolina is like a song I know back and forth, left to right. I know it with the lyrics, without the lyrics.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
grew up with me.
it's a great album, man. I think that might be the most popular reggaeton song. I know everybody that even people that didn't listen to reggaeton, they were actually playing that,
Yeah,
just
that's
jamming out
one
to
of
it.
the popular ones. Like recently, there was another one that Bad Bunny did that everyone knew. I'm trying to think that name, but also WWE popularized Bad Bunny that's why his songs are known now by everyone.
Is it the one that goes party, party, party,
Yep.
party? Ah, yeah, I heard that one.
You see, you didn't even have to hear it, and you already knew the song.
Yeah, yeah. I tell you. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. I know Rob has a couple questions for you. So Rob, go ahead, man. Floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on, man? How's everything going today, man? How was your day today?
My day been good. I was afraid I was not making today with my shoot job holding me back, but I was able to make it.
Oh man, well that's good, man. As long as you got to make it, man. We got to chat and stuff, man. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, man, look, I was doing research and stuff, man, and I got to tell you, wrestling, you might think, there's a lot of, there's so many wrestlers around the country, world, and all that. And
Mhm.
I'm doing research and all. I'm like, man, I know most of everybody you've been opponents with and all. I was like, man, I know the brothers great, man. I've worked with them one CW so many times. When they were on here, I didn't know. I ref their debut match or whatever, one CW there and stuff. I'm like, I didn't know that, what I mean? And then I'm seeing him looking like, you had a match with Samwell Thomas. I was like, man, Samwell, man, he's the one who put me onto that TV show You on Netflix and all. Because
Oh,
me, him,
really?
and Val, we would talk about Dexter and stuff and all. And it was like, oh man, you got to see the show You. Da, da, da. I'm like, oh man. And then yeah, Ty Awesome and stuff. I'm like, all right, yeah, man. I was like, yeah, how have you not come to 1CW yet, man? We got to get you down here. I know we got a show Saturday, but how have you not come down here yet with the Brothers Gray or anything?
Actually, while you saying that, I am gonna be there Saturday, not as a
Oh, okay.
wrestler, but as a fan supporting the Brothers Gray.
Okay. So, yeah, I know we do set up at noon or whatever. I don't know if y'all gonna make it there or whatever, but yeah, I'll be there. If not, I'll be there about 4 o'clock. After our break and stuff for whatever. Yeah, that'd be awesome, man. Yeah, I'll get
No,
to we're gonna get to meet our guests, man. I'm always happy about that when we get to meet guests, especially when I get to
I'm
work
hoping to
with them and
work for
stuff.
1CW. I had a couple friends that worked there already. It's just I've been waiting to find the right guy to get me there.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Well, CW, man. Well, I love working for that, man. Them, man, they're awesome, man. Plus, they train me all that. Yeah, they're great. So I gotta ask you, I mean, you wrestle with a mask, and
Yes.
how long did it take you to get used to wrestling with a mask? Because I know when I was training and stuff, being ref, I was like, can I ref with my glasses on? Because sometimes I have I'm nearsighted where I can't see far. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to miss stuff. They're like, yeah, you can. But I can't imagine, wrestling with a mask and stuff. It'd be like, some of my peripherals. You know what I mean? I'm like, I mean, like, did you have to get a little bit used to it, or or did you put on? You're like, oh yeah, I got this.
Well, I actually wear contacts.
Oh,
So
okay.
originally I did struggle because I was stubborn at one point and I was wrestling with a mask and no contacts. So
Mm.
I was not progressing on my training when I was training and not anything. So when I decided to put contacts on and change my first mask I was originally wearing,
Mm-hmm.
it got a lot easier. I went through technically 3 different masks to get to the one I have now, my main mask.
Mhm.
And yeah, this is probably the worst mask I decided to put on my face. Just because if you could see, you can't see my mouth, and breathing sucks.
Oh yeah.
Trying to breathe sucks.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I'm looking down here on my laptop. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, yeah. I can imagine. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially going a couple minutes in wrestling. Yeah,
Max I could do is probably 10 minutes before I'm like, get me out here.
that's right. I'm getting gas. So I'm good. So where do you come up with your own ideas for the masks? Because man, yeah, that like the mask, it looks badass to me. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
I have no talent in like decorating or putting anything together. You know what I mean? So I'm always in awe when people do have that talent. So do you come up with that stuff and all that, or are you like you have somebody help you?
My gear maker actually helped me design my black mask because originally
Okay.
I was gonna wear black and gold before the syndicate even was a thing.
Mhm.
So, for saying that now, before anyone says I'm trying to join the syndicate, I am not. So when I was originally making this design for my mask, when I was a lot younger Nagi, I used to have a mohawk.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, let me put a mohawk to symbolize young Nagi. And
Mhm.
all these symbols are for my stepfather, as he is El Salvadorian Guatemalan.
Okay.
So it's a reference to him. And when you go lower down, it starts doing the design of Puerto Rico's, of my hometown's flag. So when I made the black and gold one, my gear maker's like, let's do a green one instead because you love your home so much and you could represent your home a lot better with the green mask and the green gear. So that's where a lot of this came in, and now I have 2 different gears of black, gold, and green, white, and gold. So black and gold is for El Salvador, Guatemala, for my stepfather, and while this one is more for my hometown where I was born and raised.
Okay. That's awesome. Now, when I was doing research, man, I seen you were over there, chasing dream and stuff. You know, what I mean, over in San Diego and stuff. Now, I always like asking this question: is it true what they say about San Diego? Like, if you're a weather person, weatherman, a meteorologist, there, you have like the easiest job in the world because every day you get up, you're like, it's 75 and sunny for the next, 15 days. Is
Yeah,
that true? Pretty much.
more or less. When we were there, when you heard thunder far away, and you're like,
Mhm.
"Up, we have 5 minutes to get inside."
Okay.
Well, the first time I was there and I heard that, when they said you have 5 minutes to get inside, I didn't believe them, so I stood outside. I see everyone running inside, and I'm over here like, why is everyone running? I'm like,
Mm.
that's why.
So that okay. So is it kind of like Florida where you get those real pop up thunderstorms that'll rain real hard for a couple minutes and then gone and then
Yeah,
beautiful again? Okay, that's
it
all.
was
That's pretty
definitely.
cool. That's pretty cool, man. Now, like you were saying earlier, man, I like that. When you're talking about that, talking about chasing your dream and stuff. What have there been a lot of people supporting you and family and stuff, and then there's got to have been people that were like gave you fuel for your fire to chase your dream, like really wrestling, you're gonna do this, you know what I mean, like okay, I'm gonna show you. Did you have stuff like that happen? Did you use that for fuel, or did you have
Yeah,
or did you have a good corner behind you, like like a good support system?
it was roughly 25-75.
Okay.
I had 25% people believe in me, and 75 said, "Why are you doing this? You're putting your body in pain.
Oh,
You're too
okay.
skinny for this. You're gonna break like a twig." So it was just 25-75, but now it's 50-50
Hmm.
because I've been getting a lot of people believing me. They're seeing me travel, doing extra work for MLW. They're seeing me
Hmm.
do traveling out of state more than doing a lot of home shows. And I've been more trying to do outside shows and home shows because, like Damian Priest said, if you don't go out your comfort zone, you're never gonna go
Yeah.
reach your dreams you want.
Hmm. Yeah, that is true. Plus, you get to wrestle people you probably never would have been able to wrestle with. Hey, you can learn from them. Everybody learn from each other. Like, hey, yeah, oh, you normally come here. You don't normally come, to where I'm at. So, hey, let's band. Do something.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah, I'm glad more people are coming around, man. To your corner, man, because that's awesome. Seeing somebody achieve their dreams and chase it and all that. So tell me about doing extra work for MLW. How did that come about?
Well, I had. Thank you, Sam. Sam had a WrestleMania at the Monster Factory. So we had one of the guys who was a ref for Monster Factory was watch our show, and thanks to him, he actually became a extra work guy. So he calls extra work people and like picks and choose. Oh, we want you, we want you, we want you. He messaged me a week before the New York show, and he was like, "I want you here because I have an idea for you." And I'm like, "Oh, what's that? You're gonna die to Alex Kane." Word? I'm down. So I went down, and that's what we did. And now every month, the Brothers Gray and I and Sam Adams all go to any MLW show we can to
Yeah.
to push our dreams. We're trying to make it on that roster.
Hey, I don't blame you, man. That's awesome, man. Like when SmackDown was DC or whatever, I got to see DK Vendu and Ty Awesome. He was doing extra work, but he didn't get on TV. But yeah, I got to
Oh.
see DK get beat up by Fatu and stuff. You know what I mean? Like yeah, he got beat up, and then they had a thing on Twitter. It was like, what did this guy do? He didn't even do anything because he was just standing there like. So if he's there Saturday, I gotta be like, oh man, that's awesome. I gotta get a picture with you.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome opportunity to do that
Oh
and
yeah.
make it there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah. I love seeing that. I love seeing people I know, make it on TV, doing extra work, man. I'm like, yeah, I always my dogs, they always look at me crazy, like, what are you doing? Why are you yelling and clapping and stuff, I'm like, man, these are my peeps, you know what I mean? Let them do their thing, kick butt.
I tell a lot of people, it's like, if I make it WWE, you will never know. I wear a
Yeah,
mask.
there you go. That's right. But yeah, you could put some gear on there, put your name on there, I guess. I don't know. Now, you said like you were saying just earlier, next show you're going to be at one CW. But what is your next show that you're actually wrestling on? Do you have anything coming up down the pipe? Are you booked up like the rest of this month? I think February's almost over.
I'm trying to get more bookings. It's just a lot of them has been like hit or miss. Some of them be like, "Oh, we'll use you." Never message me back, type of deal.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get more consistent bookings. Like I want to work one CW. I have a lot. I have a lot of friends I originally trained with or wrestled once before, worked there. I want to go back to my home wrestling because I originally was a Battlefield student
Mhm.
before I separated into doing my own thing. So I one day want to go back and wrestle on my own home turf and go back home. But right now I know we're just vibing. I have PPW. I have hopefully one CW coming up. I know I do not WXW. That's no more. WDWA West Virginia. It's just all over the place.
Mhm.
So what comes, what goes. Honestly, I know May 4th I have a uh, Cinco de Mayo one coming up, so it's like I have that one
Okay.
ready for. So there's a lot of spotty ones I want to fill up.
Okay, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, man, kicking butt all up and down the East Coast, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'm all for it. So, while we're talking about that, you're over here, traveling around, doing extra work, kicking butt. Do you have any funny travel stories that have happened to you that you can share? Like maybe you've come across a chupacabra or a Bigfoot or something, coming around, or like been in Jersey and see the Jersey Devil or something crazy like that, man. Anything wild, or has it been like, just pretty chill, standard, normal, road trip stuff?
Well, if I say that now I could say it. Well, I don't think the brothers Sam will get mad. We did a on their last show when they were in Atlanta, Georgia. The brothers and I and Sam all drove down, and Dio Bando, to forget him. We all drove down roughly 18 hours, no pay,
Mm.
to MLW, did our whole spot we had to do, and immediately left and come back. Another
Mm.
18 hours back.
Oof.
So that was a funny moment for us. That's an awesome moment. That's like doing real wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, drive 18 hours here. I did my job. Goodbye.
Yep.
Out the door. And other than that, I remember Sam, we stopped at eating Waffle House, any wrestler does.
Mm-hmm.
You see Sam eating half of it, and you see him get up, walk out with the food, and feeds it to a random dog. Like, what are you doing? He's
That's
like,
right.
the dog is hungry.
Yeah.
Aren't you?
He'd be all right.
I think that one is a funny moment for us. It's just seeing Sam Adams just get up randomly while speaking and just give the food to a dog, and it's like, what?
That's right.
What?
That's right. Now, eating at Waffle House, man, have you ever seen an actual fight there? Have you been there eating and seen a fight break out? Or, because I've never seen one, but I haven't been to Waffle House enough to see one. I just see it on the, like YouTube, little clips and stuff.
No, honestly, when we were there, everyone was very nice and everyone was like calm.
Mm-hmm.
But we were also there like roughly 3, 4 in the morning. So I was like, I wouldn't even want to be fighting at that time either. It's like, just give me my waffles, let me leave.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, because I know before we didn't have a Waffle House here in Delaware where I'm at for a while, so it was Denny's and stuff. And I don't think I've ever seen a fight at Denny's there either. You know what I mean? But
Denny's fighting.
Yeah, maybe they did after I left or something. You know what I mean? Because I know when I was younger, I would leave a party and then be like, "Man, 10 minutes after you left, like what happened? Oh, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, these people came in, we just partied even harder." And I'm like, it's always 10 minutes after I left, like
always bad timing.
Yeah, always bad timing. Like, geez, man. So, doing your wrestling stuff, on the East Coast and all, where's the farthest you've traveled so far for wrestling? Like, other than Georgia? You say you went to Georgia. Is that the farthest you've gone so far?
Texas.
Oh, you've been to Texas.
MLW for Texas.
Ooh, okay. Where'd you go at in Texas? What city?
I believe it was in Dallas.
Ooh, okay. So that drive in Texas was probably as long as
actually
the
was
drive
not
to
drive.
there.
We flew that.
Oh, you flew
we
that?
Flew that.
Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna, because I heard driving to Texas is like, going from here to here, it's like 6 hours, whatever. It's like we're still in the same state. Like, geez.
The problem is Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
You're trying to leave Pennsylvania. You're in Pennsylvania for 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Any way you're going, we're stuck for 4 or 5 hours trying to get out.
Yeah. That is true, man. Yeah, yeah. Especially if you're up there like Scranton and Poconos and all that stuff. You know what I mean? In the mountain area. Yeah.
It's 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
Now just backtracking to you said about funny moments. Mm-hmm. You're saying reminding me of Texas. So I was helping them put up drapes for no one could see the back. Everyone's hidden.
Yeah.
The guy who owns the drapes missed putting it up. Mm-hmm. It unclipped itself and ran right into my head.
Oh, man.
The metal rod of the drapes.
Oh, man.
Ironically, I was speaking Spanish to the MLW's one promoter, like one of the owners, not knowing it was the owner. So we were just speaking Spanish back and forth. It hits me in the head. I just wipe it off, not caring, and look back to the guy like, how did you miss? And the guy behind me is, you're bleeding. I'm fine. I'm bleeding. I'm fine. I know I'm not bleeding. I'm bleeding. Oh, fuck.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I'll be back.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Did you come with anyone?" Sammy! He was like, "What? What did you..." We were just, it was the most silent moment. Everyone was getting their jobs for the extra work. Mm-hmm. And the only thing you hear me is, "Sammy! Bleeding!" He was like, "You're not, the show didn't even start. Why are you bleeding?" I'm like, "I did it. I just messed up."
Oh, that's hilarious. It wasn't a bad cut though, was it? It was just a little nick or something.
I have an indent in my head, so my skull has indent. So.
Ouch. Okay.
So the cut wasn't bad, just my skull got slightly indented in.
Oh, ouch. Okay, yeah. Because I know sometimes, like I've been cut up there or something, and, like you just be leaking blood or whatever, but then it's like, oh man, it was just that.
It was like perfectly in the middle of the dome.
Ooh, ouch, yes. Oh man, and I know you got to see stars too. Oh man, yeah.
Ooh. Oh no, I was fine. I got no concussions, no
okay.
nothing. I just walked and I was like, again, how did you miss?
Oh yeah. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, that stinks. Well, at least you're good to go, man. You're here with us, man. Kicking butt, still tearing it up, man. Now, I do gotta ask, because I'm 43 years old. I'm middle-aged man. I'm always trying to find some new like TV shows and movies to watch and all that. So I gotta ask, is there anything new or whatever you've been watching or you checked out so far? I could always check out like I'm going to see the Captain America movie, but I'm probably going to wait till Friday because a buddy of mine, he's finally off. He works night shift and he's off that night. I'm going to go out and check it out. But other than that, I mean, like, I'm always trying to find something. Is there anything you're watching right now? You're into?
I'm a big anime guy. Like I have
Uh-huh.
a big tattoo of anime. So right now I've been watching a lot of Sword Art Online, MHA. Uh, what's the other one? Is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? Just because anime has odd names.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think. I don't know how much of an animated fan you are. If Edge Runner is very good on Netflix, I recommend that one to anyone if they like any type of animated movies or shows. Ooh,
Yeah,
and I know
I
you
like
like. I was
anime.
gonna say Cobra Kai, and like you, I see you're wearing a Cobra Kai shirt.
Yeah.
I actually met Stingray in MLW, so that was a very awesome
Oh, okay.
moment.
That's pretty
He is
cool.
actually a wrestler in MLW, Stingray.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah.
nice.
So I was there, and he again. I watched a little bit of Cobra Kai, and I know as an extra work, you can't fanboy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's true.
So I was doing security work for him, and I just walked. He walked by. He's like, "You know who I am? Yeah, you're
Hmm.
Stingray, and you're not marking out. Okay, you're Stingray."
I don't mean to cut into what you guys are actually saying. I mean, into your questioning, Rob. But I haven't seen the last season yet. I'm probably gonna knock it out tonight. But I heard that they're making some spin-offs, and I hope that he's one of them that gets a spin-off because he's a bit entertaining. So I'm hoping that he gets one of those spin-offs that they're planning to make.
I remember when I was talking to him, he was not saying anything about a spinoff. I know he said he has a couple more movies that he was getting ready to do.
Mhm.
And because we just sat down and talked about movies, he was, if I'm right, he was, uh, is he embarrassment? He was. Have you anyone see the new movie Inside Out?
The new one. No, no.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
the
I've
movie
seen
you're
it. I've
talking
seen
about,
it.
but I haven't seen it. I
So
know
you
what you're
know the
talking
one
about.
who puts the hoodie up and covers
Yeah.
his.
Hmm.
That's Stingray. That's his voice.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Wow. I wouldn't have even guessed it.
Yeah, he was like, I'm embarrassment. I looked at him like, what? The one with the. He was like, yeah. Oh, okay. And that's expect that. That's whole left field of what you were doing at Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
that
that's
was a
pretty
cool
cool.
moment when he told me that.
Wait, wasn't he the one that I think it might have been him. He was on a plane and there was a woman and a child next to him, and she was asking him if he could give up his window seat so her daughter could sit there. And he's like, no, I mean, your daughter has to learn that in life. I mean, it's not always her way. She doesn't always get her way. Well, I don't know if that was. I think that may have been him, but that guy is very
No,
talented.
no, I don't think it was him because at all the times I talked to him, he was never like that. Because if he did do that, it was probably like a joke to people for him to like skip. Be like, yeah, no, you she has to learn. Camera turns off. Yeah, go have a seat. Because he's definitely not like that. He's
Yeah.
more like a play around person.
Okay. Yeah, because that was like a series. It was like a TV series. I don't know if it was him,
Okay,
but
so
yeah.
then yeah, if it was a TV series, then probably he was playing as that guy. It was like in real life, he's definitely not like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I know. I heard that Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio are doing a Karate Kid movie. I think I heard.
Yes, yes, they
Is
are.
it is true they're doing okay? Because I've seen a
Yes,
little
they
thing
are.
and
They
all
are
about. I'm like,
combining both Karate Kids.
oh man, see that's pretty cool. See, I love me some Jackie Chan. You put Jackie Chan movies on, I can watch them all day. I mean, just oh. Because
I'm
back in
excited
the
for
day,
that. And
yeah, when I was a kid, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't have streaming and stuff. So, on like Saturday and Sunday, you know what I mean? After cartoons, or if you were waiting, for your friends, to get home from whatever, they had, Wu Tang Clan movies, Jackie Chan
yeah,
movies, any kind of Kung Fu movies. So, my brother and I remember we would just sit there, like, oh, yeah. And we would just there and watch them all day.
well, you had that. I had Power Rangers.
There you go. See, I
That's
could.
why all my gear is based around Power Rangers.
See, I never. The reason I didn't get into Power Rangers like that when I was younger was because WWF Superstars came on at the same time as Power Rangers, and I had to make
Oh,
a
okay.
business decision. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah,
You had to
okay, I'm
pick
gonna
and
watch.
choose.
I had to, yeah, I had to. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to, work the VCR to, tape it on this channel while I watch this channel, and so I was like, all right, yeah. But yeah, I've seen Power Rangers later in life, and I'm like, oh yeah, I would love this even more when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's
This
why if
stuff's
you
awesome.
guys watch a lot of my matches, I pose a lot like a Power Ranger.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's a lot of posing I do.
yeah. You must love wrestling with Ty Awesome too.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
why when Remy was saying that he saw my match against Ty Awesome, it was Yuri sucks, but if you pay very close attention, there a lot of people are saying Blue Ranger versus Green Ranger,
that's right.
or Blue versus Gold Ranger, since I was wearing my gold gear that day.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it
he
was
was.
very awesome having people understand the reference that Ty and I were doing of like, we are Power Rangers.
Hmm.
Like us or don't, we are still gonna be flashy.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I love it, man. Yeah, I'm here for all that, man. That's awesome. So, yeah, before I, pass it on back to Remy, I do want to say, thank you very much for, coming on on the podcast, chatting with us, man. I had a blast. I wish you nothing but the, positive things that happen to you and your career, your family, and all that. I hope tonight when you go and hit the hay, both sides of your pillow are cool, and tomorrow on your way to work, you find a nice $20 bill on the street.
Thank you. I was also hoping I could be on this podcast soon. I seen all your work and it's like I hoped I was gonna be on it soon.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. We started a new thing where if we see somebody that's a wrestler or in the business liking our stuff, we're gonna contact them.
Okay.
So when we had our season premiere with the Brothers Gray, we saw several likes and we were like, sorry about that, pen just dropped, and we were like, let's see who's like that. Let's do something different. Let's instead of just scrambling and pretty much shifting around photos and of people who we know or whatnot. Because between myself, Rob, and Kathy, we know a crap ton of people. I mean,
Yeah.
Rob knows a lot of people in the Delmarva area. Kathy knows a lot of people in the Texas, Louisiana area. And me, I know people everywhere, whether it's New York, Florida, California. My mind is. I tell people my mind is like Professor X. It's like it's not a matter of who I should have on, of who I could have on. It's who I should have on at this moment. Um, and we decided this season we're going to do something a bit different, and it's whoever if we see somebody like our stuff, like a picture of one of our guests that we posted, we're going to ask them if they want to be on the show. If they're in the, if they're in the if they're in the business.
Hmm.
We saw you and we're like, okay, Yuri Nagi. This guy has a very creative name. Let's see what he's about. Let's see if he would like to be on our podcast. That's how we were, and lo and behold, here you are. So
Thank you.
yeah, that's pretty much how this happened. So so lesson of the day, folks. If you like something, a lot of times something good might come out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, on behalf of myself, Rob Bass, and Kathy Knight, thank you very much for we thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on our show. We know you got a lot going on, planning your next journeys to your next matches and everything. But we thank you for taking some time out to just chat about wrestling with us. We really truly appreciate it. Tell your trainer we'll be looking to have him on the show. Tell Sam we'll be looking to have him on here very soon. We got to have can't leave out a member of the syndicate. We like to definitely
Yeah.
like to have him on, and your tag team partner as well too. Tell him we'll be looking to have him on here too. So, yeah, if you have his info, definitely let us know. We'll make it happen. But
I have something tagged with him, but I'll make sure I'll send some info to you and be like, this is my guy. This is my tag
awesome,
partner.
awesome. So, like Rob said, we wish you nothing but the best in your career. Hope you get to wrestle all you want to wrestle. Hope you get to travel the world, and of course, get your Ribera jacket. And
Yeah.
with that being said, before we shut it down, where can fans find you on social media when they want to find out where your next appearance is, purchase Yuri Nagi merchandise, and where can bookers or promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
So everything is actually under the same name of Yuri Nagi. So it's Yuri_Nagi on Instagram. On Facebook is Yuri Nagi. And if you want to book me, it's on yurinagibooking at gmail.com.
Okay.
And Unfortunately, I don't have a website yet. I am still trying to draw more designs for more shirts, for mugs, and a couple things before I make a whole design for it. Since I am very picky and I love anime a lot, so I'm going through
Okay.
like 12 different designs right now.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah,
Well,
but
whenever you drop those shirts, let us know. We'll definitely, well, I would definitely purchase some myself. So I'm the kind of guy I'll purchase some, independent shirts, and I'll just model them or something. I've done that before. A new thing that I do now is whenever if I go to like a show and I purchase a wrestler shirt, I do like the Triple H. I kind of like the Triple H thing where I have them stand next to me and I have the shirt up.
oh,
So
okay.
that's a new thing I do now. So if I see you at a show and I'm like, hey, you're Nagi, let me get a shirt, I'll probably have you stand next to me and I'll be posed with a shirt like this. So yeah.
I actually have one of my shirts of my old ones on right now.
Okay.
So like this is a very old design that I made
Wow.
that I drew with my original first mask when I first started wrestling.
What? That's great, man.
So I don't
Like
really
that's
try to
that's
sell
really
this
good.
shirt too much anymore because it's not my mask anymore.
Ah, okay, okay. Awesome.
But if I
Well,
take a friend photos with fans, I have that mask behind me that they wear as like a prop.
awesome.
It's like, hey, if you actually follow my career, you would known me actually wearing an Oni mask. So I let fans wear a custom Oni mask I got custom made.
Wow.
I made it. I sent it out to get customly made for fans to wear, to take a picture with me, for them to feel connect a better connection with me.
Wow. That's awesome, man. You're a very talented man. Very talented. And that shirt looks really great. Like it's 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 definitely one of the best I've seen, like out of every shirt, out of pretty
Thank
much all shirts I've seen. Like across the board, WBAEW, like that's really great art right
you
there.
so much.
So y'all heard the man. Make sure you go ahead and when the new Yuri Nagi merchandise drops, make sure you cop it. That way, when he gets signed to like WWE or AEW, or he goes on that tour in New Japan, and somebody goes, "Hey, I got the new Yuri Nagi shirt from the promotion's website," you be like, "Man, I got a shirt from when he was actually on the Indies, man." You know what I'm saying? I'm a real fan, So
Exactly.
definitely, definitely make sure you support indie wrestling, man. It's a great feeling. If you don't support indie wrestling, trust me, Rob, I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. Rob Bates is gonna break into your house and you're gonna eat all your food. You're gonna leave a skip rope in your pot. I mean, you gotta skip that meal because Rob done ate all your food already. So definitely make sure you support indie wrestling. It's a
Well,
great,
Mark, you'll be
it's a
happy
great
then.
feeling.
I'm a shoot chef outside of here, so you'll be happy with the food I have in the fridge.
But with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My eyelids are getting heavy. My stomach is rumbling. That means it's time for dinner and a nap. Maybe not in that order, but before I partake in those activities, Rob Bass, the Sean Spence to my Burton Guster, and the Mel Gibson to my Danny Glover, where can fans find you on social media when they want to talk wrestling, find out where your next appearance is, purchase Rob Bass merchandise, and where can bookers and promoters find you when they want to book you for their shows?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Rob_base82, Facebook Rob Base. You can catch me this Saturday in Houston, Delaware. 1CW, we got our February show going on. We have a ton of awesome matches. We have our tag team tournament going on. And one of the first round matches will be the Tar Dynasty versus the Brothers Gray. And I'm telling you right now, if you know either of those tag teams, woo, that's going to be a hard hitting match. We also have a rematch for the 1CW Women's Championship. As Adriana takes on the Notorious Mimi, and a rematch for the 1CW Pro Wrestling Championship is Ranchan Carlson takes on the Big Kaiju. O'Shea Edwards. So yeah, so definitely check it out. If you can't make that show, just check us out on DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com. We got the at Delmarva Sports Network. If you got the app or whatever, you can check out out show number 1 all the way up to now to check out everything's going on, who's fighting who, what's going on, and all that good stuff. So definitely check us out.
What, the Tar Dynasty is fighting they're fighting the Brothers Gray? Wait,
Yeah,
wait,
and
wait.
that's a first round matchup. Like,
Hold on. Tell me, is it only two because we had Dustin Tar on here. We got to
Yeah.
get the other two. Are there only two of them or one of them?
It's two of them. The one brother was at the last show, but the other one I think he lives in Vegas. But
Yeah,
the
they
other
might
one, yeah, I get the other one. Yeah, Scott, whatever. Yeah,
want
I
to
can
get
talk to
all
him.
three. They might want to make sure all three of them are there because if the brothers Gray are there, they might want to hope that that Sam is not there either, is not there. So I
Mm.
mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They might want to have some backup with this when it comes to the syndicate. So yeah, but folks, that's a great match you're getting right there. If you're in the Delmarva area, check it out. A lot of great men and women in 1CW. I've been to one of their shows and they knocked it out of the park like Babe Ruth in his prime. So definitely make sure you check out 1CW. If you can't, like I said, check out like Rob said, check out the Delmarva Network. It's definitely worth your time. And if you want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places. I was just in Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. You can definitely find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. Blue Sky is at remyblue.bsky.social. And I'm on Facebook as Remy Blue as well. And last but not least, our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Ringside Society, Twitch at Ringside Society 2018. We're on Blue Sky as Ringside Society.bsky.social. We're also on Spotify and we're also on Teespring where we sell our official Ringside Society merchandise. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we even have coffee mugs. We have two designs. We're about to drop a third one either by tonight or tomorrow night. If you're a huge fan of Mardi Gras or a Louisiana native, you're going to love this one. We're going to drop real soon. Just stay tuned. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where you can see cool interviews like this one with Yuri Nagi, like our season premiere we had with the Brothers Gray and Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, um, Fire and Fury, and also Deathmatch referee Brad Lee. All those great episodes you can see on our YouTube channel. And to see them, it's really simple. It's not rocket science. It's not even pre-algebra. Just go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society. And once you see that really good looking dark blue and light blue yin yang sound, the blue frames around it, that's when you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. With that being said, we just want to thank everybody that tuned in live tonight. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. We strive on being one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to. And we're not going to stop doing that. To those of you that are going to listen later on, you get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we would just go away. Well, like myself at the Golden Corral and Rob Bass at the Taco Festival, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping.
Mm.
So with that being said, we just want to let everybody know we're very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. So with that being said, hey yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for the great island of Puerto Rico, and one time for for one of their most exciting high flyers, Yuri Nagi.
Woo!
What type
That
of
didn't
podcast are we?
We're Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, with a Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. And we'll be back later on this week with another impressive guest on another impressive episode. But until then, we just have four favors for y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out. Peace.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware. See ya.